Hi, wrestling fans. Thanks for clicking today's Dreaded Heroes report. Hey, it's worth mentioning the February 25th NXT live event at the Armory down in Orlando is already sold out. Think I'm going to have company here in a minute. And believe it or not, here's a little rumor to be putting around. I thought so. Awesome Kong seems to be teasing a potential WWE return for Karma. On her Instagram account anyway. It's likely she's trying to get some, generate some buzz about herself, but haven't really heard anything about her returning. But stranger things has happened in the world of pro wrestling. But after being fired at TNA due to a backstage incident with Ruby Sky, Kong posted clips of vignettes that they used in the previous a short time she was in WWE. And WWE edited out. I know this is good. It was funny. I thought what had happened, but people get offended over anything and everything. You know that. Anyway, they edited out Ric Flair's kiss to Becky Lynch from the 2016 Royal Rumble replay on the WWE Network. It's been confirmed that that's happened, but the edit could be due to social media criticism from fans who thought the spot went a little bit too far. Camera cuts to Flair just oohing and in Becky's face instead of the grab and the kiss. They removed the video from YouTube and photos from their own website. I guess I'm talking too much. Am I talking too much? Yeah. And where you guys quit? WWE NXT star Rich Swann turns 25 years old the other day, and Spanish announcer Hugo Savinovich, 57. And could John Cena be trying to get in shape for an early WWE ring return? Well, perhaps for WrestleMania even 32. He don't want to miss that, but he tweeted the following on let's say a teaser. He says the word gamble means taking a risky action in hopes of a desired result. Time to gamble, I think. I think it's going to be a risky next 2 weeks. We'll see how that goes. And last night's Raw, of course, took place at the Anaheim, California. And seen a little bit of a title change. By the way, another show that's going on, Kurt Angle versus Rey Mysterio, has been announced for March 20th. Your match. Fight. My fault. It's an internet pay-per-view coming from the Celebrity Theater, Phoenix, Arizona, and the event's going to be featuring. Now, this could be an interesting pay-per-view. It's going to be featuring Ken Shamrock taking on Dan Severn in a MMA fight. Channel Sonnet taking on Michael Bisping in a grappling match, and boxer Roy Jones Jr. versus a fan with $100,000 up for grabs if the fan wins. Well, that's worth kind of getting your head beat on. Anyway, the promotion is promising a blockbuster announcement to come from the Angle versus Rey Mysterio match coming up real soon. The announcement. They say venue tickets and live streaming tickets will be put on sale soon. And it's worth noting that this, as of today anyway, the venue does not have the event listed on their official website. They also are doing a Rey Mysterio mask design contest for fans. And try looking it up on the internet, see if you can find anything else out. This is like 2 days old, so not 2 days, but 1 day, I guess. And it's worth noting there's been no sold-out WWE Raw event this year. Isn't that odd? Oh, by the way, speaking of Kurt Angle, he's taken bookings from indie bookings now that he's wrapped up with TNA. And he's going to be appearing at the April 10th Dynasty World Wrestling promotion in Canada. And the flyer on there says former TNA wrestler. Why don't you just sit down somewhere? He has to get on my belly and sit. All right. He must have thought I was done. Quit. Quit. Anyway, the first sold-out Raw of the year is expected but not confirmed to take place in Anaheim. I don't know whether it was sold out last night or not, but the event sold out. Supposedly, it's not sold out this week, but I really haven't heard the what the walk-up sales were for Monday. Of course, the pre-sale tickets weren't sold out. Anyway, Miami held Raw shows in San Antonio and Birmingham, Miami, Columbus, New Orleans, Seattle this year with no sellouts. All right, here's today's news. What happened after last night's Raw went off the air? Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose came to the ring and challenged the Dudley Boys after the Raw went off in Anaheim. The challenge was to answered by WWE Tag Team Champions New Day instead. The two teams brawled for a while until the Dudleys ran out, joined in New Day when this led to the Usos coming out, helping out Reigns and Ambrose. Xavier Woods took a spear from Reigns before the family celebrated to take off out of the ring and sent the crowd home happy. It's also announced that they're going to be back at the Staples Center, Raw, April 11th. And Memphis Commercial Appeals reports that WWE Hall of Famer Jerry Lawler is planning to open up a wrestling-themed bar and grill on the legendary Beale Street in Memphis. That's all we got on it. And WWE has a new poll up asking fans where Roman Reigns' loyalty should lie at WWE Life in the Fast Lane. Did I say Life in the Fast Lane? Thinking about the Eagles last night, I guess. Anyway, Fast Lane. With his family and his dreams of winning the World Heavyweight title, or should his loyalties lie with his friend Dean Ambrose? With over 7,500 votes, 67% believes Reigns should stay focused on his family and the gold. And there's been no official update on Mark Henry. I don't know if you noticed it last night. It was kind of strange, the ending, but he apparently suffered an injury in the singles match with Big E on last night's Raw. And as seen in the match, Big E went for the big ending, but Henry just kind of fell out of the move, and Big E covered him for the pin. No speculation on what Henry may have suffered. It could be a rib injury from the splash Big E gave him, but it's not confirmed. I believe that Henry suffered in an injury before the big scoop. He scooped him up, for the big ending. But don't know for sure. But anyway, he was attended to by WWE trainers for a while during the break, and let you know more on that later. He's getting kind of maybe where he should be taking care of himself a little bit more. He's got a lot of weight, and he's hauling around on that frame. It's getting a little bit old, not much, but a little bit old. Tonight's Impact Wrestling is going to be featuring Monsters Ball. But anyway, it's going to be
call from Gary. No.
I have my phone down here. Anyway, call him back. Tonight's TNA Impact, let me go on with this, will feature Monsters Ball with Decay versus TNA Tag Team Champions, the Wolves. James Storm's going to be taking on KOTM champion Eric Young, and Dollhouse taking on Gail Kim and Madison Rain. Michael Bennett in action. TNA World Heavyweight Champion Matt Hardy teamed up with brother Jeff in Maryland Championship Wrestling this past weekend, where they defeated Ken Dixon and King McBride. Matt cut a promo and told Jeff that Jeff was able, when Jeff is able, he would give him a TNA World Heavyweight title shot. Anyway, then Matt kicked Jeff and went for the twist of fate, but Jeff countered and hit one on his own. Show ended with Jeff raising the TNA title. So we got a brother versus brother again. Yep. Odarg, don't know what that is. Odarg, the Great, is coming to TNA. TNA posted promos of the character. That was revealed in recent spoiler reports on that. Odarg, I don't know how you pronounce it. Haven't watched TNA in a while. I'm gonna have to. And this WWE Raw Fallout video with Chris Jericho dodging questions on another match with AJ Styles. Jericho says he will have the answer on SmackDown. Tonight's main event and SmackDown tape is taking place at the Citizens Bank Business Bank Arena in Ontario, California. And Superstars is going to be including Brock tonight and the usual suspects with Chris Jericho, Rusev, and whatever. The only match that's been announced is Reigns and Ambrose taking on the Dudleys, and if you're you kind of know how that's going to end, it's probably going to end up just DQ like how Raw went off after Raw went off the air, that is. All right, here's a little bit of a preview on tonight's Total Divas. If you watch that, it says, "Come rain or shine," like Roman Reigns, Brie and Nikki don't see eye to eye on the risk of a potential injury versus the reward of becoming the longest reigning Diva champion. Meanwhile, Alicia and Rosa clash over the visions for Rosa's baby shower, and Natty questions whether Mandy truly has her priorities straight. It sounds like just murder and mayhem over there, don't it? Monday marks 5 years since Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella got together. Thought I'd throw that out. Anyway, some highlights from Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella's interviews on the Good Morning America show. They were on there. I don't know whether, I think it might have been yesterday morning. Here's some highlights from it. Brie Bella talked about being there to witness one of Bryan's concussions and called it heartbreaking. She also knew about the seizures and Bryan begging her not to tell anyone in WWE because they would stop him from wrestling if they found out. So, see, there was a reason WWE kind of mistreated him. I don't know whether they kind of knew about that or... boy, that's just a tough call there. Anyway, she also said Bryan was rushed off the fake talk. He rushed off the fake talk and said it's not real and it's not fake, but when you get slammed, you really get slammed. Then they were talking about Triple H, also gave comments and said that the company has stepped in to protect its athletes when they're getting hurt, and the talent will run themselves into the ground if they don't. Probably true, because that not only loving the world of wrestling, but money's involved. And concussion lawsuits were brought up, and WWE said they had no merit. They're talking about old ones, I believe. Triple H says that referees are trained to watch for concussions and injuries in the ring. And it was noted Brie's retirement announcement will be likely coming this summer. Brie said after watching what Bryan went through, it's time for her to hang up her boots. And Bryan is looking forward to working with and helping to create concussion awareness. And that's kind of what happened on Good Morning America. And you guys take care of your head. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.